All right, we are going to review area and perimeter in Chapter 13 this morning. So go ahead and open your Classkick, get onto your Chapter 13 area and perimeter third grade exit tickets, and go ahead and scroll to or move to page 2 of the review. We are going to focus mainly on unit squares and mainly on area because we've already reviewed perimeter. So we are going to look at task 1 on the left side of your screen. It says answer the questions below. The square shown is made of unit squares, and we have learned that each of these squares is called a unit square. The question says, what is the area of the square in square units? So we know that perimeter is the outside of a shape, and we would count around the outside of a shape if it asked us for perimeter. However, it has asked us for the area of a shape, and we know the area of a shape is the inside of a shape. To find the area of these square units, all we have to do is count each unit. So we're going to put a little X in each box to make sure we count it correctly. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So we have a total of 9 square units in that square. Okay, if we look over to the right side, this one looks a little bit different, but because it's not a perfect square, don't let that scare you. Okay, we're going to use the exact same strategy to figure this out. It says in square units, what is the area of the shaded part of the figure shown? We just have to do the exact same thing and count each blue box. These are a little bit smaller, so I'm just going to put a little dot instead of an X. We're going to count them as we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So after you've counted all the blue boxes, you should get a total of 21 square units. You have 21 blue boxes. All right, let's go ahead and scroll to page 3. Task 1 says answer the questions below. How many square tiles with a side length of 1 unit will fit inside the rectangle shown? Basically, it wants you to use those square units and add them into the blue rectangle. So there's 2 ways that we can do this. The first is we know that we have 2 square units going up and down, so we can just cut this right in half. And then we know we have 9 units going up and down, so we're kind of making an array, and we should draw those lines up and down just like this. They might not be exactly even. And we should get a total of 9 on top and 9 on bottom. So let's count those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Very good. We have 9 across and we have 2 down. So we could count all of those and we would get a total of 18 tiles. Now a faster way to do this is to use the formula you have been taught, which is area A equals length times width. Okay, we know A equals L times W. So instead of putting the L times W, we are going to put A and plug in those numbers. We have 9 times 2. So that we know that area equals 18 tiles, just like we got ahead above there. All right, and the final one is the figure shows a rectangle made of unit squares. Write an expression that can be used to find the area of the rectangle. We know the word expression, that means it wants you to write the numbers down and what operation you are going to use without the equal sign. So we're going to look at this and we're going to count on the outside and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 6 square tiles across and we have 1, 2, 3, 4 down. Now if you look at your previous task, we used the expression, or actually the operation sentence, to find the area. In this case, we just have to use all of that. We need to do length times width to find the area. So we would plug in those numbers and put 6 times 4. That would be our expression. You do not need the equal sign to solidify this because it is an expression, so it is without the equal sign. All right, if you have any questions, please raise your hand about any of these. We are going to go over these a little bit later and continue reviewing before our next assessment. Great job, guys!